decision is lawless, dangerous, destructive, cruel.
Oh, they ought to walk you out, Chuck.
It's unconstitutional.
Chuck, spell unconstitutional, Chuck. They ought to walk you out, sir. You are a disgrace.
I spoke to my Attorney General this morning. She's head of the State Attorneys General Association. They're going to court right away.
So want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Alina Habba once again knocking it out the ballpark. And I tell you, some of these people need to just retire or be walked out with their hands behind their back. No other way around it. Let's jump in, man. God bless some beautiful patriots around the world. I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. We just keep winning. And we're going to keep winning. Hope y'all are ready for these next 100 days. Buckle up.
Counselor to President Trump. Alina, thank you for being with us.
Hello.
We appreciate it. So a lot of criticism coming from the Democratic side of the aisle, not surprisingly, most vociferously from the Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who said this. Listen here.
This decision is lawless, dangerous, destructive, cruel. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional.
They ought to walk you out of there.
I spoke to my Attorney General this morning. She's head of the State Attorneys General Association. They're going to court right away.
So what do you say to Senator Schumer?
Well, a couple things first, Chuck. Your Attorney General is not the Attorney General. We have an Attorney General. That will be Pam Bondi. And what your opinion is on what the law is doesn't really matter. It's what the White House counsel says and what our Attorney General of the United States says. What we have done is cut spending. Look at what President Trump has done with DOGE. He has cut so much money and then brought in trillions of dollars into America and people from overseas reinvesting in this America, because the last administration was so weak and was so frivolous with how they spent their money, having DEI funding for things like that, transgender transitions, people influencing my children. I'm not okay with. That's illegal and unconstitutional. So, you know, Chuck can check his attitude at the door, but I'm not really surprised by him. You know, this is the narrative we're going to hear. We all know it. And that's why people watch this show, because they want to hear what the truth is out of the White House, which is that we are examining everything, taking a look at where money is going, how it is being spent, so that we can be responsible with taxpayer money, something the last administration, frankly, didn't care about.
Alina, great to have you back on the program, and good to see you there at the White House. From Senator Schumer to the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson said this about the Trump administration's attempt to cut federal funds. Listen.
What's clear from this administration is that
Can it please be breaking news live on air of them walking this fella here with this mohawk? His mohawk was on his last leg. Walk this fella out with his hands behind his back. Live on air. Please, can they please make an example out of this Chicago mayor? Walk him out with his hands behind his back. Sorry, y'all. I had to get that out of my system. I really did, man. I really wish it'll be just breaking news right now. Them walking him out in handcuffs. I really do. The Chicago is an absolute disgrace. Look at Chicago, and they ought to go get that go get the governor too. Walk him out too.
now to have the
go California too. I mean, we could go everywhere. Tons of these senators. I mean, the people need to be deeply investigated, man. Deeply investigated, prosecuted.
full pulse or the breadth of what people in America are calling for. It's, again, no secret that this administration has a great deal of disdain for working people. These appropriations have been mandated by the legislative branch. These are laws. And, you know, we as a country of laws and democracy, we prefer when we have leaders who actually are committed to upholding that law.
All right, so to the Chicago mayor, you say what?
Well, first of all, there was a mandate. It was on November 5th, and we swept the country, and that's because they weren't okay with what the last administration did. So the mandate does not come from the legislative history. It comes from the American people who voted President Trump and his America First agenda. And that is what we're going to do, and that is what we are doing, exactly what Americans voted for. And we are going to continue to do that.
Spoke loud and clear.
Again,
loud and clear.
left-wing narrative, we expect more to come because we're shaking things up. President Trump is a disruptor to help America. Every single person that is going to get confirmed and has gotten confirmed is America First agenda. That's what we're going to do.
So, Alina, you said a moment ago at the top that we have an Attorney General, Pam Bondi. We don't yet have an Attorney General. She may get voted out of committee tomorrow. The confirmation vote probably won't happen until next week. In the meantime, a week from Sunday, there's a huge national security event, the Super Bowl, in a place that saw a terrorist attack not too long ago. Why are Democrats dragging their feet in getting a confirmation vote for her?
Well, that's a problem. It's a real problem, and President Trump's made it clear that they better cooperate and push our people through. These are people that are on point with our mandates, with what America voted for, and they're playing games. They're saying they're not available. They're doing what they need to do to slow roll this. And frankly, we have acting attorney generals. We have people acting in the DOJ, running the show, helping President Trump push every single EO, and there has been many of them, out and making sure that people cooperate. Government officials need to cooperate as well. And I think America is tired of this. This is what they voted out. We don't want games. We want our people in. We want good people in. And Pam Bondi is one of them. So are a lot of the people that are going in front of hearings this week, as we know.
All right, Alina, so we just heard from Caroline Leavitt, her first stop at the podium there in the White House briefing room. You're joining us live. Just, before we let you go, I mean, this is only week 2. How would you describe the first couple weeks inside that White House?
Well, first of all, I want to be the first to congratulate Caroline. I think she did tremendously. She's going to be a great press secretary. Secondly, I can tell you that the energy coming from the building right behind me, where I have seen every day, day in, day out, we come in early, we leave late. Everyone is working hard to fix what has happened over the last 4 years. And there is a lot to fix. And America needs to be patient. But I'll tell you, we're moving quick, as you've seen. And President Trump doesn't play games. When he says something, he means it. He said it on the campaign trail, and he's putting those things into action.
In terms of moving quickly,
Promises made, promises kept. Did I say that right, y'all? Promises made, promises kept.
Donald Trump has done more in the first 100 hours than most administrations do in the first 100 days. And we know the change in Washington is like turning a super tanker around. Can the agencies handle the speed at which this is happening?
Absolutely. You have to understand one other thing. PPO's office, and a friend of mine, Sergio, has done a tremendous job of hiring so many people. He's hired thousands of people. We have so many resumes coming in. We're interviewing every single day. But more importantly, we're doing something else. Terminating. We're terminating people that are not part of the agenda, that do not want to put America first. And that is a big part of that process. The reason things weren't moving quickly is because they didn't want them to. Because you have people politicking instead of doing. And that's going to stop now.
Yeah, we had Sergio Goran last